What's up, everybody? This is Frantic. Welcome to the Get Down podcast. We have a very, very, very special guests. We got Cass and Kate from KG Ceramics. How you guys doing?
We're good.
We're good.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit about your practice and what do you guys do together in terms of these beautiful
things.
these beautiful things.
So first of all, business is called KG Ceramics. Both our initials are KG, so hence KG Ceramics. We essentially have an artist practice where we do our own work, but we also make functional pottery. I do most of the wheel throwing, and Kate ends up doing a lot of the glazing and finishing layers of stuff.
Cool. Yeah, lots of carving and making sure everything looks good.
Nice.
Primarily, and all the little things too.
Yeah.
But we both work in tandem with each other as potters, and then also have separate kind of sculptural ceramic practices that we operate on the side when we get grant funding for that.
Yeah, nice. That's awesome.
Mm.
Yeah.
So, why did each of you individually choose ceramics as a field?
You go first, because your story's a little bit more interesting.
I don't think it's that interesting. I grew up in Calgary, and Calgary, I think, just has a better funding pool for arts in school. So, and I only went to public school. I didn't go to prep school or anything. And there was an art program with a kiln in every single school I went to.
Oh, that's awesome.
Apart from 1 year when I had to transfer because we moved.
Yeah.
But that was it. So, so I've been doing ceramics actually since I was in elementary school.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. And I decided when I was 17 that I was like, oh, yeah, no, this is it. That's for me. I'm done. I'm not choosing anything else. And then so I went to Alberta College of Art and Design and then transferred to NASCAD halfway through my studies. I've never been to the East Coast, and I wanted to see what it was like over here. So I don't know, access to arts is really important.
Yeah. Yo, government.
Yeah, exactly.
Put some arts in the schools.
Yeah.
And it's funny because we both met at NASCAD too, and that's where everything just
started.
Moved on. Started and moved from.
Yes.
My intro into ceramics was a little bit different. I butted heads with a professor at university, and I didn't want to continue on with in sculpture, so I kind of gravitated to drawing, and then I somehow ended up in ceramics, and I picked up pottery really quickly, and I was just like, okay, this is what I'm doing, and
yeah,
lo and behold, still doing it.
But you also went to Beal Art, which is kind of, I don't know, is it post high school kind of program?
Beal is a weird high school. It's funded really well, but they have an art program. They have a plumbing program, but the art program specifically, they take you through and you do ceramics. But when I was at Beal, ceramics didn't make any sense to me. Throwing on the wheel was oh, look, I made this 500-pound piece of object, you know. But I don't know, it just clicked when I was in university.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So
it's good to find what you love.
Yeah.
So as a team, how does your creative process work? Do you have set goals and set ways that you make things? Is it assembly line type shit or
It's a little bit of everything.
Yeah, it's a lot of everything. So there is a level of just production, getting the same shape down every single time, making sure there is some sense of unity with the product line, with colors and design and the inspiration for each. But a lot of times things start with a drawing or a color palette.
Or what would this look like if we did it this way?
Yeah, there's definitely, we make a lot of weirdos along with our production. So there's always, random pieces that don't exactly fit. And
I'm fan of outliers.
Yeah, there's a lot of those.
Nice.
Yeah.
But, the carving line of pottery started because Kaz really wanted to carve motifs of Motifs from Islamic prayer rugs from his family into pottery.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And then we branched out from there. It started just with like a few colors, and then now we do the whole rainbow. And then this line also kind of is like the exact opposite in the sense that, okay, we've got all these bright colors, and now we really need to tone things down because we've been staring at yellow all day. And it's like highlighter is everywhere.
Yeah.
But like for us, I think like we were really inspired by like Nova Scotian landscape. So we kind of wanted glazes that kind of flowed and moved a little bit more. So this is where it kind of developed from. And
Yeah.
They look gorgeous, by the way. I love it. I'm a big fan of your work. Every holiday, like I hook all of my brothers and sisters up with all their shit. So yeah, it's awesome.
Thanks.
You guys are great. Yeah. So what's your favorite part of the business? You'd say, both of you.
You know what? For me, being my own boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like, you know, well,
co-boss.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I was gonna say,
okay, that's right. You're right.
there's gonna be a power dynamic there.
Yeah.
But
okay, you're right. Being one of the bosses.
It is a collaboration
Yeah.
right from the get-go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know we have to make our own decisions, and we don't answer to anyone else, so that's really nice. Having both worked in retail and other things
food
too.
Industry. I would not be able to do food during COVID. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But, no, I'd say like one of the best parts, you know, going to do the job I know I'm going to enjoy every day. You know, I don't get tired of it, not yet at least, but you know.
Yeah, we always go like I think. For us, we'll like go home and we're still talking about ceramics. It doesn't end, and it's a constant like, how can we do this better? How can we add more to this?
Constant state of flux.
Yeah, in January we're already talking about, okay, what's our Christmas line for this year? You know, we're constantly thinking about it and constantly evolving, and that's also including like the sculptural side of stuff too. We're always talking and like, well, what if we did this combination of glazes and clay, or what if we did this type of technique? Do you think it'll work? How would it work? And it's a constant like conversation that's always evolving. So
I think that's one of the great things about our relationships in ceramics. So like anything I can do, like I do a lot of like the glaze tinkering and making and stuff, and kind of like the sciencey bits, whereas Kate covers me like where there's things that I totally like neglect. Kate's like, hey, you forgot about this, and I was like, oh, thanks, Kate. And Kate really covers those bases like amazingly well.
Yeah, we both get into our own zone, so we're not like, I don't want to step on his toes and he doesn't want to step on mine. So if he's throwing a mug, then the mugs come to me and I'm at the end of the production where I'm carving everything, or if he's
handles together,
throwing vases and I'm making mini vases and like leaving him alone. And so we still have our space in the product line and in our work environment.
Yeah, it's like all the rivers kind of joining together, getting into that lake.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
that's cool. And I'm happy you found something that you can have fun with, you know?
Yeah.
Like kind of enjoy. So anything in the near future that's coming up that you guys are excited about in terms of ceramics, life, you know?
Oh, one thing I'm really excited about. Kaz is doing a nocturne project this year.
Oh, right on.
nocturne project.
And this is kind of like the weird thing of us, like the sciencey weird stuff that we're trying out. So there's a type of clay that we don't use in our production, and if you overfire it, instead of it kind of like crumbling and melting into like a complete mess,
glass,
it actually just deflates. So like a vessel, it's almost like if you pop a balloon in a way, and it just deflates.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah.
So he's made all these vessels.
Yeah.
They're all vases, and we're just going to allow them to collapse and be
Yeah.
like useless.
Slump piles, yeah.
And so we've got 140 vases
Yep, it's a lot.
in the studio, and each one's different. So we haven't repeated the shapes of any of them.
Okay.
And so they're all just going to be slumped over, deflated, and then he's going to arrange them in the space of a carpet on the ground in reference to his Islamic roots. And
Islamic roots, and like talking about Islamophobia and like, you know, the action of like, there's gonna also have like a sound component too and stuff like that. The cool thing that we're gonna try and do with these is we have a whole bunch of like screen printing kits, so we're gonna try and screen print on each vessel, and like each vessel will have like its own little design.
That's
So it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot of work, but it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Imagine.
Yeah, the timeline, we've got like a month and a half.
So they're
to get
hooking
this
you up
done.
with like a whole room? Or
Yeah,
like,
it's we're in talks.
It's not
official.
Okay, yeah.
But they're thinking the AG&S, so Art Gallery in Nova Scotia, when you walk in from the front entrance, on the left there used to be like the gift shop. The gift shop's down on the right, but like on the left side, that's where they're thinking it's going to be, in that room.
Cool.
Yeah.
So for the people out here on YouTube land, when's a Nocturne again?
I want to say it's
Sometime
October
in-
16th.
Yeah,
October
sometime in
16th.
I
I
should
think.
know that.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, it's like I think it's like the second weekend of October in the
Right.
double digits.
Yeah.
It's the weekend of double digits.
Yeah.
So
Shout out to Nocturne. Art in the nighttime, you
Yeah.
know? Like,
Yeah.
it's good if you want to just walk around.
yeah.
I like walking around. I'm like a big fan. Yeah, it's
That's
fun.
good.
Yeah.
Walking's great.
yeah. I'm a big fan of
Yeah,
walking.
and obviously, I mean, Lux is curating it too, your
Yeah,
partner. So
yeah.
that's
Shout out
great.
to Lux.
Shout out to Lux
I miss you.
and Stephanie.
Stephanie, yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Stephanie too.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's cool.
she's great.
Yeah.
They're both great.
Yeah. both
Solid,
awesome.
solid humans.
Solid team.
Solid duo.
team.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, we like teams over here.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of teams.
Yeah.
Can't do it all by yourself.
No.
Right, no.
You know, and like eventually your head just explodes and there's
Or that you eventually get a team too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to teams.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh gosh.
that's the episode, ladies and gentlemen. Any final words, Cass, Kate, you'd like to share with the people?
Thanks for having us.
Thanks,
Really-
man.
Yeah, really appreciate it.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. It's always good to hear you.
Thanks, Francis.
Yeah. All right, well, that's it. This is Cass and Kate from KG Ceramics. I'm Frantic. This is the Get Down. Tune in next week. Love y'all.